Greetings from the illustrious studios of the Casa de Singlewide. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Washington, D.C. is a mess, but hey, what are you going to expect at this point? I do want to mention the person that commented and complimented me on my hairpiece. Just for the record, the hair's real. I'll let you guess about the teeth. How about that? All right. And I did wear a shirt especially for our prisoner elect. I mean, you know the thing. Anyway, I just wanted to make sure you knew that this wasn't for y'all. It's a specialty just for Joe. All right. So what's going on in Washington, D.C.? Impeachment! Now they're wanting to maybe, since Pence isn't going along with it, doesn't look like Mitch McConnell's really wanting to go along with it. It's really not looking so good, but Nancy Gargoyle Pelosi is wanting to go ahead and get it wrote up in the House. Incitement of insurrection or some kind of crap. Anyway, go ahead and get that written up in the House, and then wait for like 100 days or something after they think Potato Brain is going to be in there, and then impeach the president. Current, and have him removed from the office that they supposedly don't think he's going to be in. Isn't that interesting? So how might that come back to bite them if they set a precedent where a previous president could be impeached, like maybe one that had spied on a campaign in a previous election 4 or 5 years ago, spied on the president, that kind of thing while he was in office, wiretapping, FISA warrants that were completely illegal, stuff like that. I'm just saying. It could be a precedent that might bite them in the butt. We'll see. As far as our current president being removed, there's no time for all that. There's no time for all that. It's just, they just want to put a mark on his character and try to ruin his life after he gets out of office. What they think is going to happen. Now, he did give a speech at the Alamo in Texas. That actually happened. And he was talking about the future administration, referring to Potato Brain. And let me explain something to you. Both sides are worried about Civil War. Okay, that started 4 years ago. Okay? That started when they were making up dirt on the current leader of the administration. It started then. They spied on him while he was in office. It was what, like 17, 18 minutes, something like that, after he was sworn in, they were talking about impeachment. And now they got the nerve to talk about, oh, it's an insurrection. Really? Really? Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? What a lovely little double standard they have. Now, I've got a very, very, very stern warning. This isn't pie in the sky. This isn't made up out of Leroy's head. Okay? There's this kind of online flyer going around that's saying, wanting Trump supporters to get together and meet in their state capitals and bring their weapons for the inauguration day and all of this stuff, and maybe before and all that stuff. Look, this flyer that's going around online is China red. It looks like the Chinese flag inverted over top of the Statue of Liberty, yellow writing, and it looks like something from Aunt Iva's art collection. Maybe a little Betty Lou Mayberry assistance. Excuse me. I don't have the COVID. It's just a cough. Anyway, don't show up for that mess. Don't get drug into that. Now there is National Guards going to be, or military of some kind, are going to be in all of the state capitals, is my understanding, to protect against anything like this happening. Plus, is it 1,500? I think maybe they've upped it to a possibly 2,000 National Guards going to be in Washington, D.C., and they're going to have live ammo. It's not going to be little beanbag guns and pepper balls and little rubber nightsticks and crap like that. No, this isn't a super soaker event. So, y'all keep the peace. Now, I mentioned a minute ago that essentially the Democrats and Rhino Republicans, and boy, there's a lot of them, isn't there? Isn't there? Wow, it's amazing. It's amazing how few there are in our elected officials that actually have a backbone or that are representing the ideals and the Constitution in any way, shape, or form. But understand that the first casualty of war is always the truth. Now, that's not a derogatory statement towards anybody, especially the current leader of the administration. That's straight out of Sun Tzu's Art of War. Look weak when you're strong, look strong when you're weak. Keep your plans dark as night, and then fall like a thunderbolt at the last possible moment. When their confidence is as high as it's going to get, and they think you're as weak as you're ever going to be, that's when you strike. So, again, pardon me for not being a defeatist. I've been looking at this as a civil war for the last 4 years. Nothing has changed in that, except it's time for the power to be revealed, who's in charge to be revealed, whose plan is to be revealed. Donald Trump left on the 6th and went to Abilene, Texas. I believe that's right. Big Air Force base. This is a military operation. Can you not see that? Please tell me. Please please tell me that you can see that this is a military operation. All of the normal legal processes have been gone through. All of the state governments gave the middle finger. All of the courts, Trump's lost 60 cases. No, they never heard any of them. They never heard any of them. They never heard the facts of the matter. They made up excuses not to take the case on. We know there was the FRAUD word that went on in massive amounts. Anybody that's paying attention knows that. We know the machines were all hinky. We know there's Frankfurt, Germany, where the hard drive was at. We know that there was an Italian individual who is one of these electronic computer geniuses that has admitted to writing the virus in a sworn affidavit that flipped votes for this past election. And I'm trying to parse my words so that the digital overlords don't throttle me back. I don't have much of a fan base now, but I'm working on it. I'd like it to grow. So don't lose the faith. Oh, something else that's come up. The House has, from what I understand, if what I saw, the document that I saw is true and correct, and I believe it is. They've been talking about this for some time. The House has either passed or is getting ready to pass, it's at least a bill that's been introduced, to eliminate the Electoral College. And anybody that knows anything about the Electoral College, maybe I'll do another video on what that's all about, but these states that are sparsely populated, well, they're not going to matter anymore. Their votes aren't going to matter. You've got half a dozen big blue cities that's going to would basically, if that went through, would basically choose the president from here on out. Los Angeles County in California, that one county has got more people in it in one county than 41 different states have in their entire state. You see the game that's being played? You see the war that's being waged? Or they just can't get over talking about the Constitution there on the left side. They just, oh, it's the greatest thing. Oh, we're protected. No, they don't give a crap about the Constitution. Most of the Republicans don't seem to either, to be honest. Now, my very first video, I predicted that Mike Pence was going to do the right thing and choose the proper set of electors according to the U.S. Constitution. The ones chosen by the state legislators, not the governors, not the secretaries of state. If the legislators had wanted to pass that right and duty along to them, they could have done that. They did not. They chose their own slate of electors. And Mike Pence decided, 100% his fault, just to say, nah. Like I said, most of the Republicans don't care about the Constitution either. But this isn't about that. This is about an actual insurrection. Not what they're charging the president with. what's been going on for the last 4 years. And still going on, and just getting worse. Now, you don't need to think that President Trump, there I went and did it, hasn't got the receipts. He's got all the receipts. He knows everybody that has screwed up, that has stabbed him in the back, that has stabbed us in the back, that has violated their oath to the Constitution. He knows every one. And it wouldn't surprise me if it goes right up to the wire. The day before, maybe the morning of, when this next administration is supposed to take over. It's going to be what it's going to be. And normally I'm not Mr. Cheerful. I'm not Mr. Hey, I'll admit when I'm beat. And if I thought, and I don't know why, but I just cannot see anything but the moves of a tactician going on here. I'm seeing all the military in place. I'm seeing our current commander-in-chief going to top military base to spend about a week. I'm seeing troops deployed, not only with the vaccines, not only in D.C., but in every state capital, all the way across the U.S. So now it's possible that this little online poster, maybe Aunt Iva, she's such a sweetheart, isn't she? Maybe she didn't do it. Maybe, now I don't know. Maybe this was a tactical move from the other side, because anybody that has supported the current administration is going to look at that thing and see these communist colors and know, man, I ain't showing up there wearing a gun with the military going to be there in massive amounts with really, really, really live ammo to all the places where, all of the people that certified the votes are going to be. All of the people that might have been involved with the FRAUD. And all these in Washington, D.C., that much military for a virtual inauguration with no flipping people there. It doesn't add up in the way that they're saying. It just doesn't add up. So, yeah. Is there a little bit of deception going on from our team? You bet. It's a flipping war that they declared on us. See, let me tell you something else. And I think this is very important. They think that Mr. Trump is the head of this snake. And if they chop that head off, it's game over. Everything behind it's just going to wriggle and die. They're wrong. This has been building for decades. The silent majority has been building for decades. The disenfranchised have been building for decades. And we found our voice. We found the rattle for the end of our tail. Chop the rattle off, all you've done is removed the warning. The muscle, the power, the fangs, the venom. That's us. Don't tread on me. That's us. Elected official. I mean, he's a good one, but let's put the power where it's actually at. As far as the physical world, that's us. But there's a spiritual element to this. There is a spiritual element to this. I feel it in my very soul. And God's done a lot greater things. Yahweh, the Creator, has done a lot greater things than this. So keep the faith, for goodness sakes. This is tactical stuff. It's going to be an awakening to the entire world. I just feel it. I just feel it. This lie can't live. It's too big. It's just too big. It can't go on. You can't steal the vote of the American people. And that's from every side. If it's allowed to happen now, everybody's vote is gone. Doesn't matter whether you're voting for the D or whether you're voting for the R or whether you're voting for the independent. It's not going to matter. Now, since the Reagan administration, I don't think they've really cared that much which part of the uniparty got in. The first Bush, Bubba Bill, Bush 2, the revenge, Obama. You look at who their opponents were. There wasn't a frog's hair difference between the two of them. Oh, the words coming out of their mouth might have been a little different. But as far as what they've done, right wing, left wing, same bird, same destination. Now this president came along and they weren't expecting him, but they really weren't expecting us. And we blew them out of the water the first time, and we blew them out of the water so bad in 2020. We blew them out of the water so bad that they had to take weeks to finish rigging it up. And it was sloppy. It was sloppy. They're caught. They just need to be brought into courts that don't play by the silly little rules that they can manipulate with their little puppet strings. Military tribunals are a completely different animal. Think you gonna threaten that judge? No, I don't believe you will. You're not going to post bail. You're not going to get out on early release. You're not going to have a jury trial. Unless you killed somebody, you might get 5. No, it's going to be a judge. He's going to hit the gavel. And depending on your crime, it might be military prison or the gallows pole. It's up to him. See ya. Wouldn't want to be you. So, y'all keep the faith. Keep a smile on your face. Don't forget, please, like, share, and by all means subscribe. And there's this little dinger bell. If you click on it, It'll be underneath the video. If you click on it, it'll give you the option to get notifications. And if you press all, then every time I make a video, it'll pop up. You can see the title, and if it's something that interests you, you can watch it. If not, you can wait on the next one, because I'm going to try to keep them coming. Now, y'all have you a wonderful, wonderful day. God bless you. Love every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a good one. Bye.